Hi, this is Michael on U2 Guitar Tutorials on YouTube, and this is part 2 of the tutorial for All I Want Is You. In this tutorial we're going to go through the bass tone that you need to sound as close to the edge as possible, if you're looking to do that. Edge, in most of the live versions of this song, uses a Strat. He has used a Gretsch and before in this song, but most of the recent tours it's been a Strat in quack position. So I'm going to go through the basic tone. We're tuned in E flat, and so a half step down. We are plugged into an Axe FX2, which is by Fractal Audio. I'm using firmware version 6.02, so it's the latest firmware. The upgrades recently have been great. Sounds more and more like a real amp every single time Fractal upgrades the firmware. So I think you'll find that this is not going to be exactly like the Edge. It's impossible because he's using a real amp and different mics and different setups, etc. So you're never going to get perfect, but come really close. So I'm not using a real amp, but we're going to get close enough. So let's go through the core. Let's turn the delay off, and here is the core tone with just a little bit of reverb. We are in bridge quack position, which is a bridge and the middle pup together. The switch all the way down here toward the bottom tone knob. If we go to bridge position, we get this tone. A lot of treble, a little ice picky. It's used in some rock and roll, southern rock, leads. But that bridge is giving you the treble sound. Then the next one moving up here this way is quack. That's what we're going to have set. It's the bridge in the middle. We're going to use that for this song. You can hear the song coming out. If you do that in bridge position, it sounds like this. Obviously it doesn't sound so good, it doesn't sound right. It's one of the most important things about getting U2's sound, and actually any artist's sound, is the closer you can get to the guitar and the pups, the pickups, and the amplifier, in this case a Vox AC30 or a Vox AC30 model. The closer you are, you're going to get to the tone if you can use the actual equipment. You're never going to have exactly what the artists have, but you'll get a lot closer. And Edge's tone has a lot to do with the guitar and the amp, even sometimes more than the delay and some of the other effects. So you want to start with the bass core tone. And this is my bass core AC30 quack tone. Quack's got a very mid-tone, tight MIDI type tones, the way I describe it. It has to do with the way these two pups interact with each other when they're both on. Now, if we go, as you go up, this is a pickup selector with 5 positions. If we go all the way up here, notice the tone is even more different on the neck pup. Edge doesn't use a neck pup much on the Strat. He uses it on the Explorer for Beautiful Day for some of the parts, and then he switches it and it goes back to the neck. He uses the neck on Beautiful Day, and then he switches and uses the bridge also on Beautiful Day, but that's on the Explorer. On the LP on 1, he uses the neck pup. So he doesn't use it as often as he uses quack, but just wanted to play it so you can see the difference in the tone. That's the neck. Here's quack. And here's the bridge. And this is one of the reasons why the Strat was so successful. Not only was it a well-designed guitar and easy to play, but you get so many different tones out of one guitar just by changing the pickup selector. And then you have a tone knob, volume control, very, very versatile guitar. So, and by the way, this neck position here is very woody tone. You used blues, jazz. If you're ever wondering, well, how did somebody get that particular tone for blues or jazz and some of the other types of music, try that neck position and notice what you'll get. So very woody, darker, smooth, cool kind of tone here in the neck. But again, we're back here on bridge. Excuse me, not bridge, bridge and middle. Quack. We're here on quack position. The next effect is the delay. Dotted eighth note. We are at 97 beats per minute. Dotted eighth note is 464 milliseconds. Let's turn it on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 3 repeats in there, 3 plus. You probably don't need that many. That's what I have in there. I probably use the delay in general a little louder in the mix than Edge does. I just like the delay a lot, and I probably try to set it as close to the way Edge uses it, but sometimes I'm biased to a little bit more. I love that bounce of the delay. So there it is. Dotted eighth note, 97 BPM. That comes out to 464 milliseconds. I will show my screen, my preset in detail in the upcoming tutorial. I'll film the XFX screen and you can see the order of the delays and all the parameters. I'll go through that later. But we got a dotted eighth note. So now we're in quack position and we get this. There we go. Now, if we played that in bridge position, it doesn't sound so great. Very thin, a lot of treble, just doesn't sound right. Maybe you like it that way, but this is quack. There we go. Now, the other thing we have later in the song is a drive, and I used the BB Pre on the XFX. I just chose one that I thought sounded most like the song, and then I made some adjustments to it because the Axelite provides you with just so many parameters that you can adjust. You can make almost every drive sound 1,000 different ways. So you want to start with a bass drive if you have an Axe, and you can always adjust things and find the right clip type, etc. So in this case, here we go. Turn it on. It sounds like this. I don't have the delay on. There you go. Sounds a little dry, but when you do put the delay on, they go really well together. It sounds great. You get this. And then the final effect you will need for this song, at least that Edge uses in various spots, is the shimmer. Shimmer is that sound of an orchestra, violins playing in the background. Here's what it sounds like. Here's a D chord with shimmer. Here, let me do it without. Without. I'm letting it hang so you can hear there's nothing in the background. Now let's turn on the shimmer and play the same D chord. And we're going to use that shimmer on this part. There it is. Without the delay. yes, that's what Edge is playing there. The delay does the rest of the work. We'll go through that later. So the shimmer sounds really great in this song. Later on, I do turn it on again, and I leave it on for the rest of the song. And it sounds great with the delay and the drive and the solo. To me, this is the key to this song. On the solo is that drive, that delay, but then add the shimmer in the background, and you can barely hear it, but it really fills it in and gives it a real ethereal sound. It sounds like this. Hear that? It's in the background the whole time, and it fills it out and works with the delay and just gives a really, really nice filler to the song, and it gives that ethereal background tone to it. So let's turn that off, delay on, and we're back to the core tone. And there you go. That is the core bass tones for All I Want Is You. Edge uses the quack tone on Pride and Streets, Bad. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, so you're going to use it again here with the dotted eighth note delay, some shimmer and drive, and you're all set. So let's move on now to the next part, and we'll go through all the notes of the song. Thanks for watching. More to come.
From somewhere up above, no greater gift has made.